If you like my videos, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up to date with all the latest news regarding my channel and my content. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe below or at the end of the video. G'day guys, Dave Lee coming at you once again from Down Under with a retrospective interview video. This is gonna be kind of interesting. For those of you who haven't been following my channel for all that long, you may not know that quite a number of years ago, before my YouTube channel was even a glimmer in my eye, I both produced and presented a television series for the local community TV station here in Australia, Channel 31. The series was called The Silicon Lee Show. It is all on YouTube, so if you want to search it and just check out me just being an idiot, basically, go and check that out. Through doing work on the television show, this opened up many great possibilities for me. I was able to reach out to a number of bodies within the film industry in Australia and make myself quite a decent number of contacts within the media industry. A lot of these contacts are ones that I still use today in the formation of my YouTube channel. Now, about a year after I'd finished up work on my television series, one of my contacts came to me with an offer that I just simply could not refuse. This was just about better than any other offer I'd ever been given on the television series. Unfortunately, I wasn't working on the TV series at the time, but that's okay because I still took up the offer. It was an invitation to attend the premiere of the brand new movie at the time, The Water Diviner. And the great kicker was I would also have access to the red carpet to interview legendary Aussie actor and director Russell Crowe. Oh my lord. I've always been a big fan of Russell Crowe. I love Russell Crowe's body of work. I just simply couldn't say no to this. Unfortunately, because I wasn't doing the TV series anymore, I wasn't able to distribute this interview on television, and I really didn't have any other avenues to distribute it. But the one avenue that I did have was a kind of an upstart magazine, online magazine that I was doing a little bit of freelance work for at the time. I was one of the feature writers writing entertainment stuff for the magazine, and I was also running their online blog. But I said to the guys, look, I can get this interview with Russell Crowe. I have nowhere else to distribute it. Let me distribute it on your platform. So I did that. Now, Russell Crowe has been in the news recently. He recently had this auction where he just auctioned off a whole bunch of stuff, movie memorabilia, Australian art pieces, old instruments, guitars and stuff. And it got me thinking about this interview again that I did with Russell Crowe. I've gone through a bunch of my old hard drives and I was actually able to find all the raw footage that I filmed on that night. And it got me thinking, and I thought, you know what? I own this footage. I organized this interview through my own contacts. The magazine had absolutely nothing to do with this, so I'm within my legal rights to redistribute this interview on my own platform. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, when we were filming the interview, we had very low light conditions, and the footage came back looking very, very dark. At the time, I didn't really know much about brightness and contrast and color correction and stuff. So the footage looked really, really whitewashed when I originally uploaded it. But luckily, over the last 4 years, I've learned a few more tricks of my trade, and I've been able to polish up this footage to look the best as it ever has. And I'm really excited to be able to present this interview to you guys right here on my own YouTube channel. This was a red carpet interview, and if you don't know how those work, usually you're given like 1 minute with the star and 2 questions. Luckily, Russell was able to give me just a little bit of extra time, and he had some really, really great things to say. This is a movie based around World War I, and I think a lot of the stuff that Russ had to say about the movie and his intentions behind this movie are things that will resonate today within the culture of Australia. And it's very important, I think, for me to put this interview back out there and just kind of showcase this. Russ really is a great guy from the brief time that I got to spend with him, and I really appreciate the time that I had to spend with him. I would really, really love to sit down with Russell Crowe for, you know, an extended period of time and talk to him about his career. If you're out there and watching this, Russ, I know you're probably not, but if you are, I would love to. Please, let's organise it. I'd love to sit down with you for half an hour, and just have a great Aussie chat and sit down and just talk about your movies and your career. I would love it. So, look, let's do it. Let's get into this. We're going to showcase this interview that I did with Russell Crowe on the red carpet of The Water Diviner. I took this from the cinema. It was a big deal for me. This is the first premiere screening I've been to where the star of the movie, the director of the movie was there. Russell both starred and directed this movie, and I held on to this. I had to. It was fantastic. So let's get into it. This is me interviewing Russell Crowe on the red carpet of The Water Diviner back in 2014. Please enjoy. G'day, Dave here. We are at the Melbourne premiere of The Water Diviner, the new Australian epic film starring and directed by Mr. Russell Crowe, who we're going to have a very quick chat with.
Princess Hane asked the man why the carpet he wished to sell was so expensive.
Come on, Tayla! What's the magic word? The one that makes the carpet fly?
Tengu!
That's it, Tengu!
My prince, whoever sits on this carpet, may be transported through the air in an instant.
All right, boys, let's get out of here, all together!
G'day, how you doing? I'm Dave.
Dave.
This is your first film as a director. It actually surprised me to find out that you hadn't directed a feature film before. What was it about this film that I guess drew you to working on that side of it as well as acting in it?
It was just the reaction I had to the script, mate. You know, I had a very deep and visceral reaction, and it was a strange combination of, it was like part inspiration and part fundamental embarrassment. You know, because I was reading stuff that I thought I should know. You know, this long after Gallipoli, I was reading a Turkish perspective that, you know, I had to truthfully admit to myself I'd never even really considered.
They run up to that trench edge, they fire, but then when fire is returned, you want to see some of them just get into that trench, you know? I might blow this one early, right? So it's, as you're going across, it goes 1, 2, 3. Stunt guy, one bullet, gets up, runs, air out. This here is perfect.
I think it's going to be a very important film for both the Australian film industry and, well, not so much the Australian film industry, but Australia and international. What do you think the importance of the film is going to be in the long run?
Look, I think, you know, ultimately it's a piece of entertainment, you know, that's, you know, hopefully going to make you cry, going to make you laugh, going to make you, you know, a sharp intake of breath, you know. But the conversations generated by it, you know, leading up to the 100th anniversary of Gallipoli, I think are nothing but a positive thing, you know. People start talking about it, take in that other perspective, the other bloke's point of view, you know. Maybe we even start teaching our kids that when we say Gallipoli, the Turks say Çanakkale, you know. Just like small things, but the small things that can possibly have great resonance.
I promised their mother I would find them and bring them home.
I measure a man by how much he loves his children, not by what the world has done to them.
If you do find your son, what will you say to him?
Before we let you go, at the end of each interview that we do, we like to get a selfie with the person we're interviewing, if that's okay. Cool. Yep. Great, thank you very much. Congratulations on the film.
Cheers.
Have a good night. There we go.